village called Badway. Most of the people there were poor and illiterate. If you take 10 people at random, 9 out of them would not be able to even read properly. Farmers there had to give a major share of their profits to the landlords. And since these farmers are illiterate, they did not know up to what extent they were being exploited. And then, 5 group of members from this village, we call them the rebels of Barbel, have decided to change the lives of these farmers entirely. They wanted to show these farmers what they were lacking. In the process of doing so, they could come up with only one solution, and it was educating the illiterates. Toastmaster of the day and fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
These rebels have started to educate the farmers. They have started to tell them how to read and write. Things started to change. They have realized that these landlords did not have the lands. They were not owned by those landlords. The government has given those lands to the farmers. But these landlords have somehow changed their documents and seized those lands. And after realizing that, these farmers have demanded for their lands, and they got them. And from that day onwards, my village did not witness any poor farmer, but it witnessed only a proud farmer. Days passed on, years passed on, and there was one thing that did not change in my village. It was, whenever there was any drought or any natural calamity, the farmers found it very, very difficult to face it. They did not have enough money to overcome those situations. They had to ask loans from these landlords who charged them for the highest loan rates. The rebels of Bardwell came along and they have started to think what would be the possible solution. For that, they found the root of the problem, and the root of the problem was these farmers, they did not have any idea about the importance of saving money. They planned for today, but they did not anticipate or plan for tomorrow. So these rebels have started to educate these farmers about the importance of saving money, and these farmers did so. They did so by raising relief funds for their floods, and they have saved for themselves too. And that has made them not to see or look for weather conditions. They are no more bothered about weather conditions. They are no more bothered about the interest rates of the landlords. And as the literacy rate improved, they started to study. Everyone started to study. And when a farmer has actually started to study, he has many ways of developing his farming skills. He has gone for organic farming, and the profits has formed an exponential sequence. These group of people are no more a bunch of illiterates who go to banks and give their thumbprints without knowing the consequences. These bunch of people are no more poor farmers who go to the landlords and ask for the interest rates. They are new. They have changed. They have realized something. They have realized so much that today they are going to demand those rich people for justice. In fact, a major share of what was given from the government for the welfare of these farmers has never reached these farmers. These mediators have taken a major part of it. So these farmers, along with the rebels group, has formed a committee. It was called the Rebels Committee. What that committee did was, every fund that was given to the farmers is given to the committee, and that committee takes the accountability of it. It makes sure that it is given to every farmer. And what it also does was, it fines and punishes the people who had taken the funds. And that has increased the lives of these farmers exponentially. And few decades passed. this rebels group started to fall apart. They have become, some of them become old, some of them were sick, some of them died. And the villagers started to worry about their children's future. They did not want this change to stop. They did not want this revolution to end at this point. They did not want this new enthusiasm that this village has never witnessed to stop. They wanted some group to fight unitedly the problems they're going to face. And then another group of 5 members came. They came with only one idea to solve their problems. And in the process of doing so, they could come up with only one solution, and it was educating their veterans. Over to you.